All right. How's it going, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm here, man. Happy to celebrate this last Saturday. No. Wait, the first Saturday of the month.
First Saturday.
Yeah, made it to the fourth month, which.
We made it. It is actually officially Saturday when we taping this. In full disclosure, we are coming live from Memorex. We got some extenuating circumstances where we got to go a little early, but that should not stop you as our wonderful guests from making comments. Please do as we go through, because we will be going back and checking them and commenting on everything as we go through. So first of all, as always, thank you for coming out. Good morning, everybody. Click like, click share, get on the phone right now and get everybody a call. Let them know that Kamau Felix is on the air with the Sports Talk with Kamau Felix. And as always, when you're doing your cleaning, go ahead and just put us on your big screen and put us on the Bluetooth. Put us on your speakers. We know you got a little sound bar with the speaker up on it. Go and put it on there. Go and put it on there so you can hear it throughout the house. And so even when you're in the back of the house cleaning up and you got the windows open, you can still be heard. We can still be heard because we are the soul train of this generation. Right around the noon hour, we're coming to you no matter where you're at. All right, so what jersey you got today? What you got? Look like hockey? Is that hockey?
Yeah, the Red Wings got Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe.
All right. Wait a minute. I thought that was the halves. See, he started already. He know why? Because I say, Phil, am I going with the Tigers or the Red Wings? He say, who won? So I throw the Tigers on, and he got on the Red Wings. Okay. He stirred it up already. But it's all right.
I'm not wearing that till I have to wear that. I'm not wearing that Tiger stuff till I have to wear it. That's if they make it to the World Series. I'm not wearing that, man. I was like, they lost to the Red Wings. Lost. Let me throw this Gordie Howe, man. No, I'm not wearing that. I could have threw on a Tiger jersey, but no, not until I have to.
Fair enough. We're gonna get to the Tigers and Red Wings a little bit later in the show, but of course we got to start with the most pressing topic, the most outrageous thing going on right now with the men's and the women's sports is the Final Four. We just about about 45 minutes outside of the last game ending the Iowa and UConn game. We're going to get that in just a second. Of course, we're going to start with the first one, South Carolina and North Carolina State. South Carolina came in and put the smack on them like The Rock used to do. And, because they came, it was, and Dawn Staley come in with the Louis Vuitton outfit, sharp as a tack, holding nothing back. And so she had to do the quick change in between games. So when she did the interview, she had on something a little different, but she showed was sharp during the game. Good old Dawn. She's just enjoying herself. You can just tell she's doing everything she can just to enjoy the moment. I think she learned from last year where they was pressing a little bit and things got tight for them down the stretch, going into the Final Four game where they want to enjoy the experience and not put the pressure on themselves, but just to go out and play. Because I didn't actually get a chance to see a South Carolina game, but I can just tell every time I saw a score update, it was they was in control the entire game. Did you get a chance to see any of it at all, sir?
No, I was watching it at work holding the phone, but I just keeping up with the little ticker or whatever. But they gonna be around for a minute.
Yeah, they got a very young team. They got a very young team, and they'll be playing Sunday against the winner of the second game, the Iowa Hawkeyes, where it seemed like the referees did everything in their power to make sure Iowa stayed in that game. They would they as in UConn were up as many as 12. I remember getting to see up, they were as much as 12, and before you know it, they were just back in it, and it seemed like it was call after call. But at the same time, UConn is not very deep. They only go 7 deep, if that, 7, maybe 8. One girl, she'll come in for literally 30 seconds at a time. And so once they got in foul trouble, I knew that started spelling the end of it. And if you really look at it, lot of those calls were it was Iowa's call. No matter what, it was going to go towards Iowa. So put a lot of off for your All-American, for your AP All-American. She pushed off a couple good times and went the other way because they don't see that first one. They see that. So it was just we was just talking for the pre-show. That game reminded me a lot of last year's game against LSU, where last year's game against South Carolina. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Where a lot of that pushing and shoving, holding, and everything down the stretch, and every call went in Iowa's favor. But even still, just like last year, this year, UConn still had a chance down the stretch. Hit the three and got the turnover, and then as you know, you got the I wouldn't call it a phantom offensive foul, but a questionable offensive foul against Edwards, and it was questionable. Did he call it? Yes, he really had to call that. No, because I thought it was a solid enough screen where she pretty much held her ground. It wasn't like she leaned into her.
Right.
It was it was I know who it reminded me of. The point guard used to play for Utah. He used to get them calls all the time. John Stockton would hold you and fall, make it look like you push you. That it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. But at the end of the day, you got to congratulate Iowa. Before we even get to our predictions, I predict they're gonna win it all. That's my prediction right now. Before I even get down to predictions, I'm gonna predict they're gonna beat South Carolina. They really shouldn't. South Carolina should win it this year, but right now it's the wave is going towards Iowa, and whether we like it or not, that's what it is right now. They're trying to make that case.
Man, South Carolina about to run them out the gym, dog. They're gonna beat them by 20 plus.
They got a team to do it. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't believe they can do it. It's not to believe they can do it. I just think that the way things are set up right now, like what's the name saying, like my bank account set up right now, that's the way things set up for Iowa right now. I really do believe it. And they're down in Cleveland. Cleveland right now. Cleveland is the hot spot. They're down there, downtown playing baseball going on right now. But right now to me it's Iowa's to lose, even though South Carolina is the perennial number one. They've been undefeated all season, and Iowa was probably looked at as probably like the third or fourth best team going to the tournament. But I predict them to win it because it's just the way things have been going, the way everything's been kind of falling in their favor with Caitlin not making a three in the first half and then coming back and scoring the way she did in the second half. It's just set up that way. I hate to say that. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm right, and I hope I'm wrong. Just because that's just how I feel. But I don't know. Can you talk me in a different direction, sir?
South Carolina, like I just said, gonna blow them by 20 or plus or more. They gonna blow them. They gonna run them off the court. Wait till she put the freshman in, because Caitlin not about to check her, and nobody else on that team can run with her. Man, watch, you see.
Okay, all right.
Gonna blow them out by 20, 79. Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait on the score. They gonna beat them by 20, dog.
Okay, all right. Easy. Okay.
It's like UNLV blew out Duke that year by 30. They about to beat them by 20. Easy. That game over. That game over at the half, man. Because you can only play it so long to help her. In order, because like tonight, she ain't do nothing but 20 points. You're gonna have to put up at least you're gonna have to put up at least 40 to keep them in the game. And she ain't gonna be hitting like that. And then Don is a whole nother breed, dog. They gonna box and one her. They gonna keep the ball out of her hand. They can trap and run. They don't have nobody. They can't run with them. They about to run them right off the floor.
Okay. All right. I like that basketball analysis. Because right now the ladies, they were up first, ladies first, and they have the spotlight, and the men are still trying to find their shine. They kind of in the shadows right now down in Phoenix, You got NC State and Purdue, and Alabama and UConn. You got Mr. Edey just named the Player of the Year for the men with Caitlin Clark was named Player of the Year for the ladies, the AP Player of the Year for college basketball. And so congratulations.
They both went 2 in a row there.
Yep, back to back for both of them. And we got NC State and Purdue. That to me, that's an odd matchup. You got the strength, you got the strongest team. Well, the second strongest team left in Purdue, and what they do is doing what they're supposed to do, which is get the ball to Zach Edey, and everything revolves around him. And NC State is a true team, and that they play together, they play hard, and they work, they find a way to win. I see. I know I'm going a little early on my predictions again. I see Purdue leaning in on that win, but I'm not really counting NC State out because they can take that game from them because Purdue has a way of just folding sometimes in the big game. But like I said last week, I'm going to stick with Purdue because they look like they focused after last year, after losing in the first round and breaking doors and breaking the chalkboard and stuff in the locker room. I think they're a little bit more focused again. So I know I'm early on my prediction, but I see Purdue playing the way they should have last year, this year. What you think, sir?
So like NC State lost. The women lost to South Carolina.
That's correct.
Right. The men will be home by Sunday. Don't worry about it. Y'all be back in Raleigh, North Carolina. Y'all will be back home. Just matter of fact, just wait at the airport for them. Y'all can all ride home together.
So they're gonna send the school plane from
all
Phoenix, Cleveland to Phoenix, the Durham.
All they gonna do is when Purdue got the ball, they gonna get across to Edey. When NC State got the ball, they gonna say, big fella pushing off because he can't jump, right? He can't jump. Zach Edey is 7'3". My man like 6'9", so he don't jump, right? Every time he gonna try to play Shaq ball. He gonna try to play that bully ball. Excuse me. That's gonna put him in foul trouble. Once he sits down, Purdue gonna run away. Matt Painter I agree with you. Even though we said we'd wait for the prediction, Purdue will be playing on Monday night.
If they was, I can forget the kid's name. The big kid, the big happy player guy for NC State. Take him out, taking him face up. Say it again. Burns. Yeah. Take him out, face him up, turn and face, give him an up fake. See which direction, which foot he can attack. I would do it that way. But Zach,
this ain't Duke though. See, with Duke, they soft in the middle. That's what was wrong with Duke. They soft in the middle. Usually, Duke has somebody like a Sheldon Williams or some kind of rim runner. What was my man name? The dude played for New Orleans, the Pelicans. He got Zion. They got somebody. Right? They ain't got. What was Filipowski gonna do? Nothing. What was my man who they brought in from Filipowski? Williams. What was he gonna do? Nothing. Yeah. He bully balled him. Barbecue chicken, like Shaq said. Just barbecue chicken.
Okay. Makes sense. All right. Speaking of good barbecue in the South, let's go to Alabama versus UConn. I don't see
that game over at the half, man. That game over at the half. You might as well show Smokey and the Bandit and Smokey and the Bandit too. That game over at the half, man.
With the monkey in the seat and the passenger seat.
With the dog. What was the dog name? I can't think of the name.
Bandit was the monkey, wasn't he?
Smokey and the Bandit was with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, with Burt Reynolds and the monkey.
Nah, he had a dog. It wasn't no monkey. It was a dog.
What movie did he have a monkey?
The movie had a monkey.
Yeah.
That wasn't Burt Reynolds. That was Clint Eastwood. Any which way but loose.
You're right. My bad.
Don't worry about it, man.
Right. It's all the same era. It's all the same era.
That's Clyde. Clyde the monkey. Yeah, Clyde the monkey.
That's right. So it with the guy from Honeymoon was chasing him. Wasn't he chasing him in both movies? Was he the police officer?
Jackie Gleason.
Yeah. Wasn't he chasing him in both movies?
What? Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah.
He's chasing them in all three. They had a part 3 too.
And the one with the other guy with the monkey.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know about any which way could lose. No, I don't know. You got me there.
Okay, but he was definitely with Burt Reynolds.
No, Burt Reynolds is the one with the snowman, and they race across couch. They race across the county to bring alcohol back, to bring the beer back.
Right.
Right.
Okay. All right.
And then in the second one, they had to deliver the elephant. The elephant was pregnant. And then in the third one, Burt Reynolds only played a cameo because the snowman, he played Burt Reynolds. Man, I know. I told you.
That's a great memory right there, boy. We
up there.
We got to take you to trivia night and put you on Jeopardy or something.
You'll be. I kill Brad. I kill Mr. Jennings. Sure would. I can rehearse the lines and everything.
All right. Let's go. Let's get back in it. UConn looking real tough, man. They look tough. They man, like you said, it might be over by halftime. Now, here's a quick question. Should the NCAA men's go to 4 quarters like the women?
I believe so.
Get closer to the NBA game. Now, the women have already done it.
Right.
So I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah.
That was after I put the question up. I think that they should do that because then that it changes the strategy for one. You got to think a whole lot differently strategy wise. Right. And you also getting closer towards what the NBA is.
And that cuts out them quarters, cuts out the TV times. In college basketball, you got 20 minutes.
TV timeout. That's right.
You got 20 minutes. Then you got the under 16. You got the under 12, the under 8, the under 5, the under 3. Yep. If you go quarters, you don't got none of that.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes the game go longer.
Yeah. Well,
that's one thing I admired about Lou Olson, the coach of Arizona. He never played to the under 16. They were getting blew out one year against Kentucky. It's the year they beat Kentucky in overtime with Miles Simon and all them. Mm-hmm. Miles Simon, Mike Bibby, AJ Bramlett, Davidson, and Mike Dickerson. They get blew out. It's like 10-2. Mike Bibby coming up looking at Lou Olson like, you ain't gonna call timeout. He like, what you looking at? Keep playing. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not calling no timeout. You get a timeout at this under 16.
Makes sense. Worked out for them when they won the game.
Yeah, they won it in overtime.
Yeah. Well, I don't, we totally right now discount Alabama. There's some Alabama fans out there. I do apologize, but if I really don't see them winning that game. See, once again, we ahead of our predictions, but
if my man was still there, I'd say you might got a shot.
The guy who declared last year?
The guy that left him got drafted by the Hornets. I'll say that. You might got a shot. Because he was nice.
I agree with you on that. I definitely agree.
Nah.
All right. So what do you think is the biggest story right now in college basketball?
How the women are overtaking the men. Ain't nobody talking about the men. It's the women. Did you see the ratings for that LSU Iowa game? 12.1 million people tuned in.
Yeah.
You never had no champion. You haven't even had a championship game like that since I've been watching it.
Yeah, it's about to be like that on Sunday.
Huh?
It's about to be like that on Sunday.
Oh, it's going to be worse Sunday.
It's
because
everybody's
but see, this is how history repeats itself. Last year, LSU knocked off Iowa to win their ring. Mm-hmm. On the route to play in LSU, Iowa knocked off South Carolina. Always remember payback. That's why I said South Carolina going to beat them, man. Going to beat them, dog. Be watching episodes of Sanford and Son by the game over, dog.
I'm going to watch the whole thing.
That game is over. But see, I got to work Sunday. So I ain't going to even see it. It come on at 3. I got to be to work at 2. So I just be doing it through the ticker. But I text you at halftime like I told you.
Okay.
Game over, man.
All right. Don't forget to click like, click share. Let folks know that we out here. We want to thank everybody who has joined the sports loving. Let's see here. Where am I gotta find my QR code that has joined our sports talk group. Let's see if it's not the right one. No, that's not the right one. Where is it at? There we go. Want to thank everybody who has that opportunity to join the Sports Talk group. Just go ahead and scan that QR code, and you'll be getting nice updates. I want to give a shout out to Kenneth Hardy. He keeps us up with a lot of clips in the in the group every couple of days or so. We get to see some new stuff up there, and a lot of new old stuff, a lot of stuff that we've seen over the years, and I'll approve them. As long as we don't have a lot of bad language, and I'll just keep throwing them back up on there so we can get everybody, keep everybody fresh. What's going on in the world of sports? Speaking of new things fresh in the world of sports, Mr. Stefon Diggs is now a Texan. I think that's actually a good move for Buffalo. I don't know how good of a move that is for Texas. I think Stefon got more days behind him than he do in front of him. But more than anything, do D'Amico Ryans want to deal with that attitude? What you think, sir?
Stefon Diggs' problem is Stefon Diggs. You want to be top 5 receiver in the NFL, and you want all the accolades and awards to go with being a top 5 receiver in the NFL. But when it's time and the big lights is on, you don't play like a top 5 receiver. Then you want to point the finger at Josh. But when Josh caught you last year in the playoff game on a wide open pass and the ball went straight, whose fault was that? My coach always told me, if you touch it, you catch it.
That's right.
So it's good that he's not with Buffalo, but it's bad now because now it's really going to be, okay, Josh, you got rid of this headache. Let's see what you do. And Josh not. I said this to somebody, and they laughed at me. Josh Allen. I had a jersey. I'm not a fan, but okay. Josh Allen is no better than Jared Goff. And you know, I don't even like the Lions. Real talk. And I'll tell you why. Jared Goff been where? To the Super Bowl. Jared Goff's been to where? The NFC Championship. Where's Josh Allen been? Nowhere. Josh Allen is not better than Jared Goff.
I would have to agree with you on that. I would have to agree with you on that.
And my
his
man,
stats may be a little bit better.
The dude laughed at me. He was like, but when they played head to head, the Bills won. I said, that's a team effort. I'm talking about individual. Mm-hmm. Jared Goff is better than Josh Allen.
But that was right before the Lions really kind of took off as a team. They were just kind of at the gelling point the season before last. Before they took off.
Josh Allen he's straight. Don't get me wrong. He top 10, top 15. Jared Allen, the quarterback for the Lions, Jared Goff. Yeah, he about 10, but he better than Josh Allen. Twice.
I would have to agree. And and that leads me to say this: if they gave Josh Allen some money, they gonna have to pay Jared Goff.
See, that's where it get tricky. Because I don't know if you get Michigan's, but it came across Facebook on April Fool's Day where they had said the Lions traded Jared Goff to the Redskins for a pick, and then it came up April Fool's. Yeah, they're not gonna pay him though.
I didn't see that
because you don't have to pay him this year, right? You don't have to pay him this year, but then when it's time to pay him, they're not gonna pay him. They're not gonna pay St. Brown. They're gonna pay him. Watch. Think about it. What's the name left? Even though he was a bum, Josh went to Denver, right? You didn't pay Josh.
A pass in the NFC Championship game for him,
right? Josh went to Denver, but this how they work. You let Josh walk out the door, but you paid Brock Wright. Make that make sense? But your number one tight end is Laporta. That doesn't make sense. You could have let Brock left and match the Denver deal. They don't think. That's why I said that base, the Lions, Notre Dame, and Michigan, and the Cowboys, they all live on Fantasy Island, man. It's Fantasy Island. You let Josh Reynolds walk out the door. But you matched San Fran's offer with Brock Wright, but you let Josh walk out the door. Make that make sense?
It got to be more to it. I think they thinking.
Josh probably didn't want to be here because
I think
think about
J-Mo probably
look at it this way.
Josh Randle probably he probably can't go to McDonald's with nobody pointing the finger in his face talking about how he jumped the ball.
Just like you see what C.J. Gardner did, right? He signed back with Philly.
Yep.
He went off on the Lions fans. See, that's a cancer.
But he had already went off on Philly fans. What do you think they're gonna do to him the first game?
Nothing, because they welcomed me back. Everybody's entitled to a mistake, right? But when it's repeatedly, is it a mistake or you just being an a-hole? You just being an a-hole.
CJ Gardner, I give him a lot of credit. He helped set the tone in terms of the expectations from the inside the locker room. Like, hey, this is who we are. We're gonna wear these masks. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna be the bad guy. And I think that helped a lot in terms of the guys on the team. They already bought in, but I think that helped step it up a little bit more. Did it backfire a little bit? Just a little bit, because we went out there and laid the egg right after me, talking about we need to have these masks. But I think he helped out a little bit. Why would he go off on Detroit? I don't see why, because I think they backed him up 100%. We backed him up 100%, I should say. I know you're not a Lions fan, but we backed him up 100%.
Not at
in
all.
terms of everybody going out and selling out the mask, and then he got hurt. Then when he came back, he wasn't. Of course, you're not going to be the same if you don't have an opportunity to get back to game speed. Like you really wanted to. So for him to go back, it's all right.
And then you did the bonehead play against Debo, which probably cost you I'm not gonna say it cost you the game, but it changed the momentum swing. Yeah, right. So there you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah. Well, good luck to Stefon down there in the Texans. I wish him a lot of good luck down there. I don't know if D'Amico Ryans is gonna put up with it, quite honestly.
I'm not even gonna put on D'Amico Ryans. CJ Stroud not gonna put up with it. You're not gonna be able to go up to CJ Stroud like you was doing Josh. Right. CJ Stroud gonna be like, blood, we was winning before you got here. See, that's the thing with players like that don't understand. Like, that's why Durant left Golden State. When Draymond told him, dude, we was winning championships before you got here. Yeah, but once I came, I made it that much easier for y'all. Don't play it. So if I wasn't a focal point, why y'all come get me? Right. Y'all ended up going 73-9 because y'all came and got me. Right.
That was the next year. That was the year before. They went 7-3-9 and lost. That's why they got him.
Okay, right. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. If KD didn't wear his heart so much on his sleeve, all you had to do is go upstairs and tell Bob Myers, because that's who the GM was at the time. Either I go or Draymond go. They would have shipped Draymond quickest down 75 as quick as they could have.
Quickly.
But KD not that type of player.
I don't know.
He's not that type. If he was that type of player, the reason I say that, he was that type of player, he would have been got rid of Westbrook. He stayed with that clown for 10 years. He would have been voted. He was like, I done gave this man 10 years, dog. We can't get it done. Out of that 10 years, with that jail nucleus y'all had, y'all went to one NBA final. He like, I can't play with him, man. He gave him 10 years. Out of that 10, you only went to one. You should at least went to 4, even if you didn't win them.
When they had James Harden too, they still had 3 superstars.
It was James Harden. It was Westbrook. It was Perk. KD. It was Perk, KD. I forget who the other player was. It was my man.
Big fella down low.
No, it was Ibaka.
Yeah, Serge Ibaka. Yeah,
that was their first starting 5.
Yeah.
You telling me you couldn't go nowhere? And then they blew it all up.
Yep.
He was like, I can't play with him, man. For 10 years, he was like, I can't play with him. And then everybody called KD the bad guy. Yeah, he was bad to go suit up with the team that beat him. But I mean, he got 2 rings out of it.
Yep.
But if he would have played his cards right, they would still be winning. Nobody wouldn't have beat them, man. Nobody.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take a little embarrassment to go ahead and get that ring on the end.
Yeah.
You could have made a video. You could have made them showing them in the locker room. Ha ha ha! Hey, we cool. Go and get that ring, man. That's what at the end of the day, when it cleans up all the doo-doo smell.
All the crap, yep.
Yeah,
That's what happened when
takes care.
we traded Dentley for Mark McGuire. They was like,
Yep.
well, I guess we ain't gonna try to win a championship. Bill Laimbeer was the first one. Was like, look, I know you cool with Isaiah, but I'm not really a fan of yours. Rick Mahorn said, hey, man, we play D over here. I don't care what you did in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Rick Mahorn.
That's funny,
Mark
because I was thinking about that today. How they took him out. How the three of them took him out to dinner. Mahorn, Laimbeer, and Microwave grabbed Aguirre off the plane, took him out to eat. It's like, hey, this is the Pistons way. They need let Isaiah come.
We play D over here.
Way.
Right. Mm-hmm. He told him we play D over here. Mark McGuire said, look, man, you a Piston, I'm a Piston. Throw the balls out. Let's win a championship.
Well, I was like, hey, I'm with it. I already know what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
He was already with it. Yeah, he knew. Oh, yeah. Which is funny because here we go. Let's transition to the NBA. Our Pistons what's that, 1364? Yeah, they lost again today, yeah. So we're just going to say next to them. We're going to move on. The season almost over. It was 77 games. They got 5 games left in the season. I think by the next time we meet next week, not the game, but the season should be just about over. They was eliminated about 4 weeks ago. Whew! I don't even want to talk about them right now. I'm still. They started off 2-1, and that was the best part of their season. And pretty much the beginning, they had one little stretch where they had three out of 5 or something like that. And
3 out of 5.
That was it. But hey, let's just move on. We're gonna talk about more men's college basketball. Congratulations to the Seton Hall Pirates beat Indiana State for the NIT. 79-77. They with the favorite college ball player down in Indiana, big Mr. Robbie Avila with the goggles on, hitting the threes and sending the passes. It's something about that boy. It's hard not to cheer for that guy. It's hard not to cheer for him. He just he's a throwback player. Maybe if he got a little bit of shape, maybe he can be in the league. Maybe they take him to the G League. But knowing him, he's gonna be an exec somewhere in the office next season. I don't mean in the league, but in a business industry, he's gonna be making a couple $100,000. But if he got in some good shape though, for real, he got skills. He just got to get in 82 games season.
Right. You say you got to get in better shape.
Got to get in better shape. Yeah, you got to transform that body. That's just what it is. You got to do what you got to do because he got the skills. He got the basketball knowledge and IQ because you see them in the highlights. He know what he's doing. He just got to be able to get between the free throw line and the free throw line a little bit quicker. So that's what you got to do. You got to get in better basketball shape. In that case, he probably would have been a little bit bigger ball player in terms of his stature in Indiana State. But once again, the question is the NIT going anywhere? Since they talking about going to 80 teams for the NCAA, you still think there'll be a need for NIT?
Yeah, you gotta have somewhere for the bums, the elite bums that don't make it. You gotta have somewhere for them to play. I mean, like we could go to Gus Macker. We don't have a Gus Macker tournament, so yeah, you gotta have something for the bums.
Because it was still a lot of teams that had a positive record that didn't make they may have had a negative team in their conference, but a positive record overall. Who still going to the 80 that can still play in the NIT. So you say that'll be the Gus Macker automatically to the toilet bowl round.
Right, you get a T-shirt and a box of Kool-Aid and a Gus Macker tournament. Free coupon, a free coupon at Ponderosa. Get you 20 wings or something.
They're gonna bring back Ponderosa just for the NIT tournament.
A buffet, yeah.
Everybody gonna get a 2-piece and a biscuit from KFC.
Yeah, with a mashed potatoes, right? What was that? Sandwiches they used to sell? The chicken littles, yeah.
The chicken littles.
Chicken littles.
I like that idea, but I don't know. I give NIT about 4 or 5 more years, quite honestly, because you really don't get any publicity on it. You don't hear anything about it. you used to maybe about 2 years ago. You don't hear anything about it until the championship game.
Right.
You hear more about the NC2AA before you hear about the NIT game. They show that on TV. Both levels, the NC2 and the NC3, before they show NIT. So I don't know. I don't see it more than 4 or 5 more years being a tournament. Sponsorship is going in the direction where sponsors, I don't know, sponsors find it worthy to go ahead and do so. It's the second season, of course, for the players and the coaches. You can get some more practice time in. Of course, you can say, hey, we're an up and coming program. Come on, play with us. You're the next piece in the puzzle. The corner piece, you can use it for recruiting. But I don't know if monetarily doesn't make sense. Yes, because you got to get the first round, the higher seed hosts the games, first and second round until you get to New York. So they're making money either way. And of course, NCAA making a cut at the end of the day. So is it viable year, moving forward? I still don't see it past 5 years, but I hope I'm wrong because, at the end of the day, it's still an opportunity. Somebody, a kid to get an opportunity to get seen by somebody that, who hadn't been seen all year and get a chance to get invited to Portsmouth or something like that because they had a great NIT. So I hope that it doesn't quite happen that way, but hey, that's what it is. Then we move on to the ladies. We got Angel Reese announcing that she's going to the WNBA. She had a little, seemed like she kind of had it planned a little bit because Vogue had it, the announcement with the picture and everything. Can't be mad at her. Hey, you want to get paid. She already said that she's not going to take a pay cut by going to the WNBA from her NIL deals, which lets me know that a lot of stuff is just going to carry over. And let's see here. Haley Van Lith is leaving LSU, which to me is right in line with Angel Reese because that team is gone. There's only person left from that team that's going to be of any type, which is Flau'jae. And Flau'jae, she got that rap career, so she got something to fall back on. Whereas Haley Van Lith was an All-American before coming down to LSU. So for her to stay there, she has designs on going to the league or playing overseas at the very least. She's not going to get that kind of pub if she stayed down at LSU. I'm pretty sure she's going to find somewhere where she can be a service towards trying to win something, so she can continue to move towards the WNBA, which is kind of smart for her. You think she's doing the right thing?
Shouldn't have never stepped on the court the other day. Man, she trash. Caitlin did whatever she wanted to do, how she wanted to do, and when she wanted to do. I'm like, are you guarding her? What are you doing, man? That girl trash. Go back to Louisville.
I don't think that was a good matchup, coaching wise. A
lot of that fall on what's her name?
Mulkey.
A lot of that fall on her. Why would you put? Why you wouldn't put Chavez on Caitlin?
Yeah, she should have.
You didn't put her on Caitlin until it was like 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Mm-hmm. Well, what are you doing?
At that point,
she's horrible too. She was horrible when she was at Baylor. She just had Brittany. That's all it was. She just had BG. She was horrible at Baylor.
I think that Mulkey and her, like I said before, her team plays like she coaches, which is she takes on the personality, which is what you want. But in Mulkey's case, she's wildly outrageous, up and down.
You just everywhere, all over everywhere. The loud outfits, everything. You're just horrible.
I can deal with the outfits. You gotta attract them. You gotta be able to sell the tickets. Because at the end of the day, the coaches should be the face of the program.
I called Xfinity. It was like something wrong with my cable. But you got the Keebler elf over here trying to coach.
The feathers on one side, yeah.
All right, man.
I can understand what you're saying. I think because at the end of the day, the coach should be the face of the program because the players are transient. So I understand that happening. Yeah, I understand why you would want to do that. But she's and I hate to use this word because you really don't want to use it when you talk about a woman, but they play emotional, and and that I don't want that label, you know what I'm talking about, because then we say, because I don't want people to think I'm trying to be sexist and saying that she's emotional, but that's the best word I have for it, and I'm not trying to use it in a disrespectful way. Her team plays emotional behind that, where there wasn't much of an even keelness about it. Because every time you saw in that game last week, every time something bad was happening, she's sitting there with her head down, as opposed to, hey, come on, girls, we good. Let's do this, let's do that. She never made those adjustments like she should have, because she's too busy riding the momentum of how the game went. When she needed to manage the game better.
That wasn't the emotions, that was the outfits.
So the outfit is what made her coach like that.
Yeah, she looked like she shot where Peg Bundy shot.
She needs some bonbons too.
Right. The Peg Bundy wardrobe. That's what I think about every time I see her with that stuff. I'm like, that's Peg Bundy, man.
I hadn't even thought about it like that. You're about right, because Peg Bundy's always wore the feather boas and
Katie Seagal, Peg Bundy, aka Peg Bundy.
Had a nice second career when she came back and was the mom on the biking show, beating people up and making them disappear. What was that? What was that biker show where she was the mom on there?
What was that, Modern Family?
No. She was on Modern Family. She wasn't on Modern Family. It was a show about bikers. It was where they was beating people up all the time. They was like kind of pattern after the Hells Angels. It'll come to me.
Got me, sir. I don't think I
the people I didn't know too much. She played the mama on the show, and so put it in the chat with them. I'll make sure I speak about it when we talk about it when we come back. I appreciate that, y'all. Will Kara Lawson come back to Duke, or you think she's gonna go to Tennessee?
That's a good one. If I was her, I'd stay at Duke. They got high aspirations at Tennessee. That's the house that Pat built.
No, I wouldn't necessarily say that the aspiration. She got a better team right now, Duke. She put a good team together. She would have to go back down there, go back into the portal, convince Rickea to stay if she don't have. I don't know if Rickea got another year of eligibility. She convinced Rickea to stay another year and go get some more players. Tennessee is still the destination everybody want to go to. Of course, you playing in her shadow. But if anybody can handle it, it would be Lawson. But like I said, I will stay in Duke. She has a team right now that next year is already a top 5 team.
If I was Tennessee, I'd go after Jay Knightley, mama, in Notre Dame. I think she's frustrated. I think she's ready to move on.
Okay.
If I was Tennessee, add some color up in there. Get you a little bit of brown sugar up in there.
Have you ever been down in Knoxville? Have you been to Knoxville before?
I've been to Knoxville when I was about 13, 14 years old. I ain't been since.
I was just there in December. Man. When they say Tennessee whiskey, they ain't lying. We took my dad up there in the mountains for his birthday. We went down to the city. Whew, man, when I'm not gonna. I don't want to offend nobody. Trust me, but let me just tell you, when they say Tennessee whiskey, and man, oh yeah. So now think about it twice. Kara Lawson, as a player, they will accept her because she was their player in the past. But Ivy, you need to stay right. You go on, stay up there with the Golden Dome. Don't go down there. No. She stay right where she at. No. I'm not gonna go any further to it. I'm just gonna say she good where she at. That's just what it is. All right, don't forget to click like, click share, everybody. I got my book, but the book is out of reach. Don't forget to get the book, Gratefulness Journey, every day. Let me go ahead and put that up here. So it's still an opportunity for you to go ahead and get that book. We just passed Easter last weekend. Hope everybody had a good Resurrection Sunday. But we want to make sure that as you continue to move throughout your life and your day, you understand that there's a gratefulness to you, and as you are grateful for what you have, you help you to get the things that you want in the future. Because oftentimes you don't have you may not be able to get what you want because you're so worried about what you don't have instead of being thankful for what you do have. So we want to make sure we are being thankful for the things that we have bestowed upon us and be good good stewards of what we have already. All right, let's jump back into it. Right now we are in Detroit. In Detroit, we have the best record. We tied for the best record right now with the Pirates and the Yankees at 6-1. Opening day in Detroit today, where it was nice and chilly for an opening day. Go back to what I've been saying. The first 2 to 3 weeks of the season should be played in the South. There's no excuse for it not to happen, because then you wouldn't have to have these cold days in the North. I understand, we have tradition, but at the same time, you got to be smart. So, they talk about the bats being cold in the first part of the year. It's always a couple of no-hitters in the first part of the year. Why? Because you playing in the city at an inopportune time. Why go spring training in the South and go right back to the North, right behind it? That don't make sense. But let's see here. We got 3 cold weather cities that are in first place: the Yankees, the Pirates, and the Tigers. So, like the question I asked before, can the Tigers keep this up? Can the Tigers keep winning like this? You froze on me, man, or you just not saying nothing?
Just not saying nothing. Nah, they can't keep this up, man. Have you ever seen the movie Major League?
Yes. We talked about it before. Oh yeah, one of the best. Hold on.
That's what they about to be, right? That's what they about to be. They about to be Major League, except they're not gonna win the pennant and they're not going nowhere. Remember when the guy Randy Quaid that was in the stands?
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, Bob Uecker was like, it's long going, it's a high ball. My man was like, it's too high. It's too high. And the ball went right out the park. That's gonna be the Tigers, man. It's too high.
All right. I'm gonna stick with my faith. I'm gonna have faith in the boys. We're gonna go back to 1984 with the Bless You Boys. So we got a victory today. Bless you boys for the victory. Let's hopefully.
Chet Lemon on the team, bro?
No. He probably in the background somewhere.
But I can't say this. I can't say this truthfully and honestly. It do a little bit scare me, because what if some of what the Lions had rub off on these clowns?
They separated by the street now. Tiger Stadium, Ford Field. They built 15 feet.
I gotta hear this. I move. I'm going straight across the bridge to Canada. I move.
It's only 15 feet away. The stadium's literally 15 feet apart.
Yeah, and I thought about that. I was like, you know what? They looked at the Lions like they can do it. Why can't we? I'd be like, oh my God.
Did you see who threw out the first pitch today?
Barry Sanders? No, I'm playing Well, he might as well let Andre Ware throw it out. He won the Heisman.
Oh my God. I was so excited. I don't know, man. I'm glad you brought that up. I was so excited. Andre Ware come from University of Houston. They gonna run that spread offense. They got They got Miles Davis. They got the receivers.
The only thing with that was he never got a fair shake. Rodney Pete was Wayne Fox boy. Yeah. He wasn't Andre Ware boy. He just picked him because he won the Heisman. Right. So he never had a fair shot. Then when Rodney got hurt, they didn't even go there. All right, they didn't even go to Andre Ware. They went to Eric Kramer. So he never had a shot. He never had a fair shot.
Yes, because he kept turning the ball over every time he got in the game. He would throw interception.
He wasn't no quarterback, man. He was good for that one clip they always show. Him picking up the phone. I can't wait to get to Detroit. That's what he was good for. That's it. He was never good. No pass further.
Well, in college, he was the man. Quite we can't take that away from him. When he got to
when you play in the SWC conference, that Southwest Conference. Who you playing? You got Houston, SMU. Who else was over there? Texas El Paso. I thought I was watching the movie Johnny Be Good. What the hell is this?
I had to give his props for he won it. He got the stats.
You got a lot of bums that didn't won. You got a lot of bums that didn't won the Heisman. Yeah. Nah, don't do that. Please don't do that. You got Andre Ware. You got Johnny Manziel. You got Ty Detmer. You got Gino Toretta. You got some bums that didn't won. Please don't do that.
Who was the boy who went to Cincinnati and hurt his leg on the first play? From out of Penn State. Did he win the Heisman too?
Nah, Kajina didn't win it.
Who's that?
Didn't win it that year. In '94, the Heisman went to Rashaan Salam. Rest in peace. He ended up killing himself.
Colorado.
Yep. He ended up killing himself. Yep.
All right. Well,
he couldn't hold on to the ball. That was his only problem. He just hands was too small.
Well, they got the I don't they for the quarterbacks they got the hand stretch machine now. I don't know how it quite works out, but so for some reason that's a big deal at the combine nowadays. The hand is big enough. They got the hand stretch machine.
Logo.
It's a true story. It's a true story. All right, let's jump into these Red Wings. Their season is almost over right now. They're 37, 31, and 8 with 82 points. They are 1 point out of the last playoff spot behind the Capitals. Tonight they lost their game where they had a 3-game homestand where they have an opportunity to overtake with the last 4 games now left in the season for them as well. I'm hoping that they can do it, but it's not looking the greatest. But I'm praying for them. Hockey, love hockey still. So hopefully we can have the second team in the second season go to the playoffs and joining the Lions in the last calendar year. Hopefully they can do so. Will it happen? I don't know. It's a coin flip at this point. It's a coin flip. So hopefully we can see what happened. We got a question about we had 2 good fights in the history of NHL. The Red Wings versus Colorado back in the day. When everybody knew it was coming, as soon as they got to that face-off, everybody knew that fight was coming. And the one that we had night before last, we had the Devils and the Rangers. As soon as the first puck was even dropped, everybody dropped their gloves and got to going at it. Which do you think was a better fight?
The Red Wings.
Why is that? I agree, but tell me why. I want to be on the same page.
Because they came back. They came to the aid of their fellow teammate, where Claude Lemieux cheap shot at Chris Draper, and then the rest of them just teed off on him.
That was the very next. That happened in the playoffs, and that was the very first time they played them in the regular season.
Right.
Here's why I think it was a better fight. The Rangers and the Devils was a good fight. It's old school hockey. Hockey still let them fight a little bit. 8 players got ejected. But here's the difference. In the Red Wings versus Colorado, the goalies was fighting. And in the Devils and Rangers, the goalies wasn't fighting.
Well, Chris Osgood.
Osgood was like, come on, catch these hands.
Yeah, McCartney.
And they was fighting.
Yeah.
So to me, that was the difference between Red Wings, Colorado, and Devils, Rangers. The goalies kind of stepped back and we're going to have at it. I'm not about to take this fine.
Right.
With Colorado, they was out there with the silliest, almost slapbox fight you want to see, but at least they tried, at least they stood up for each other's team. So that goes a long way. That goes a very, very, very long way. So hockey season will be in the playoffs very, very shortly. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Hopefully, we can have our Red Wings there with it really quickly for Free Saturday. Because we are taping, we won't have an opportunity to get a topic from you guys, but we're going to jump on really quickly on the Bronny James topic. Bronny James is on the move. He is keeping his options open. He's leaving USC. because he wants to join the portal. His coach is not a coach at SMU, and the thought is that that he would go to SMU, and then the Dallas would draft him, and then they would trade for Dad, finish the career in Dallas with Mark Cuban, which would be a good move. Hopefully, that's what they're looking into give. And that'll give LA an opportunity to restock against draft picks that they don't have, that Dallas would have, or they say that he can just transfer SMU players' days out there, or go into the league and get an evaluation. He didn't give up his eligibility. He can go to get worked out by an NBA execs and get a fair shake as to what he can and cannot do. What do you think is going to happen to him this next season? That much.
That's what's going to happen, man. Now remember this. This is April 6th, 2024. Remember this. Remember who this came from. It came from me.
Okay.
Ronnie James will be an Atlanta Hawk. LeBron's going to opt out and join Atlanta. It's going to be Ronnie James, Trae Young, LeBron James. In the East, they'll go from a 10 seed to maybe a 7, maybe 6. He'll play with the Hawks for 2 years. He'll retire. Bronny James will get waived. You'll never hear about Bronny James ever again.
Not a bad idea. I'm not saying Bronny James is not a good player. I just think the little brother under him is going to be that much better.
Absolutely.
Much like the three brothers who were in the league at one time. The Ball brothers, the baby brothers, the best out of all the three of them. Same thing with the James boy. The youngest boy is he going to do some damage in the league if he stays on his current course as a player. All right. But I like to see. Honestly, I like to see him go somewhere where he can just be a star. I don't know what school that's going to be. I would really like to see him stay another year. Honestly, I'd like to see him go somewhere where he can be the man.
If he was smart, then if I was him, if he watching, if I was you, this is what I would do. I would do two things. Either A, I would go overseas like Brandon Jennings did.
Yep.
And nobody see him, nothing. There's no pressure. Your dad not going to be over there. Your mom's not going to be over there. Nobody's going to see you. There's no pressure. Come back, put your name in the draft. Brandon Jennings with the 5th pick to the Milwaukee Bucks. That's scenario 1. Scenario 2, I will wait till the game is over. I will give it up 2 to 3 weeks. I will watch UConn, see who's coming back and who's leaving. I will pick up the phone and I call Dan Hurley. Coach, I want to come play for you. There's no pressure because they go inside out. Big fella in the middle, they drop it out. There's no pressure. All the pressure is on big fella. Or I would call the area code 934. I think that's the area code. And I would say, hey, Coach Self, I would like to come play for you down in Lawrence. Why? Hunter Dickinson is coming back. The point guard is coming back. You fill in perfect because they don't have a 2 guard. There it is. Those are the only 2 options. You don't go to Kentucky because Calipari going to turn you into something. That the third option, this is far-fetched. I like the guy. I don't think he can play a system. I would even pick up 517. Hello. Hey, Coach Izzo, I'd like to come take a campus visit. All of them is gone.
He would go to Ohio State before he went to Michigan State.
You never know. We don't know because all of them is gone. Tyson Walker's gone. Hogarth's gone. Justin Hall's gone. He starts. It's him and Akers. He starts. My man number 5 is trash. He starts. Who? Even my man, Steven Izzo gone. He starts.
Steven don't never start. Steven ain't started against.
No. I'm just saying that's another guard.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
On the depth chart. Them are your 3 options. I was gonna say Duke, but I said I couldn't.
They got the number 1 class coming in.
The reason why he couldn't go to Duke is because Cooper Flagg gonna be there. So that takes the pressure off him. He needs to go somewhere where there's no pressure, because pressure busts pipes, and he can't handle the pressure.
So if that's the case, he needs to go overseas.
Yep.
If you say you need to go somewhere with no pressure, he need to go over somewhere overseas.
32 games this year, you only average 4 points. That's pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom and dad's there. If your dad wasn't there, your mom is there.
Right.
You're right down the street. You could go home instead of going back to your apartment. No, he need to. First option, go over there, pick up the phone, call Stefon Marbury. Stefon Marbury is like Jordan over there.
China. Yep.
Call Stefon Marbury. Look, man, I need to know what I'm weak at, what I'm strong at, what I need to get better at. Ain't none of us is not gonna see him unless he has. Think about it. Dwight Howard went over there and put up 71. And Dwight Howard, according to Shaq, is trash. What would Bronny James do over there? That's what I'm saying.
That's the name. He's done a good job of keeping his name out the press. That's all I'm gonna say. Dwight Howard. He was smart. He got out the press because he sure got some bad press from weed and stuff that he had going on. But I also say he should go overseas. That would be my option, because Wembanyama got a whole lot of press, even though we saw very little film on him.
But the verdict's still out on him, because with Wembanyama, we seen what we seen over there, right? So now he had to adjust to here.
Oh, he's adjusted very well so far.
No, not really, because you only won. They not too much better than the Pistons. They only won what? 19,
I
20 something?
agree. But I'm talking about in terms of what his numbers look like. He doing okay. In terms of his numbers. Wins ain't got there yet.
I'll let you have it.
Wins ain't got there yet. I give him a couple more. I give him another year before we start talking about some wins. It's very rare that somebody come in and win as a rookie like that. It's very rare.
I'll let you have it.
All right, sir. We're gonna take a quick pause for the cause as we jump into Stoopid Sports News. All right. As we come down to the apex of the show, first thing we're gonna talk about Mr. Rashid Rice, the dumbest man in the history of all sports. Why would I say that? This man is in 2 luxury cars racing, not exactly at the same time. Him and his boy racing in the city of Dallas. Where's he from? North Richland Hills, Texas. City that I lived in for a good 8 or 9 years. Nice little wholesome area. Went to a good school, played in a good program, got his way into the NFL, got a ring, and now he Billy Bad behind. He Billy Bad AASS. He's just a man. He racing in the streets. He crashed both cars, crashed some other people's cars, and just walk away. Let's just walk away. Great, let me get my bag. Let me get my Louis out the car. Let me get my Fendi. Let me get my watches. Y'all got everything? All right, y'all. Let's go. Just walk away. Just walk away. And then turn myself in. I want to say I'm taking full responsibility for my part. What was your part? We left. I shouldn't have left the scene. Was you driving? I take responsibility for my part. So what did you take responsibility for? I can tell you right now, he already made a deal with them other guys. They're going to take the fall for him. So I guarantee he was driving at least one of them cars. Both of them in his name. Okay. So you're not going to be a passenger in both of your cars.
Absolutely.
You're driving one of them.
Wow.
But they're going to bring them. I can tell you one thing about Texas. It's cameras everywhere. Every city, every municipality got cameras over there. Not the they still got the ring cameras everywhere. They got them, but I'm talking about over the traffic lights. Every traffic light got lights on it. I mean, got cameras on it. Cameras on it. So if it ain't one-on-one, it's on the next. So by the time they zoom in and the cameras off the businesses, you see how they do that on CSI. Well, let's get this block right here, and they ain't even got to get a warrant. They just pull it on up, There it is. He gonna find himself in a world of trouble. That money that that little check he just got from the NFL for winning the Super Bowl, that ain't even gonna be enough for his lawyer fees. That's not even good enough for the retainer, because that boy gonna do some time. That makes that just makes no sense. Just walk away. It's just people in their car all mangled up. They can't even get out their car because they got crashed up, and they gonna walk right past them. They just walk right past them like they walk.
Wow.
That's not very bright. So they first on the list. So you think you're gonna get away with it? What you think? You gonna get away with it?
You're right. Nice little check to the Policeman's Academy Foundation / banquet fund, whatever. Probably. You probably have to pay for the 2 vehicles, but that's about it. Won't do no jail time. Community service.
Okay. I agree with you. It's gonna be something along that lines.
Pick up the trash off the highway in Texas.
Yeah. I don't see him getting too much thrown out. Honestly, I really don't. I hate to say that but the other guys in the car, they gonna catch it.
Yeah, they gonna catch it.
They're gonna catch it. They're gonna catch it. It don't make a lot of sense though. Are we going to? I've been hesitant about really talking about this because it really made me mad, and I'm glad that we didn't have a show directly after this. But the Angel Reese situation after the game and how her teammates came to her defense, and she crying and everything. I try to be objective. I try to look at it from both sides. Of course, you just lost. You're not feeling the happiest. You don't want, don't nobody ever want to lose. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of karma built up right there. You've been talking junk all season long. We the Beatles. When people come to see us, it's crowds backed up around the corner. You don't think South Carolina got that? You don't think Iowa got the same thing? You don't think NC State had all the people from their people come to see them? Everybody want to beat us. You want to beat us. Everybody want to beat us, and everybody want to beat us. Yeah, you're right. But did she show up for her team? Yeah, she put up 20 and 19. But you got to win the game. You got to win, and when you don't win, you got to hold that head high and move on. Don't get me wrong. Did she earn the right to be upset about it? Yeah. You put everything into a guy or girl. You okay. I'm not saying you shouldn't be crying. I'm not against that.
What?
But when you didn't talk junk all year long, telling coaches to watch their mouth, telling teams don't catch feelings, catch a bag, and all those things. You and then you talking about, they say everybody coming after you. Yeah, you put yourself in that position to be seen in that light. Even if you didn't, people gonna come after you because they want their team to win. And when you back it up with that talk, you got to walk the walk. Did you put the points up? Yeah, but you got to win. Correct. You got to win. Right. And I'm not saying she shouldn't have been crying right there, but it's almost like chickens coming home to roost. Talk. You got to win. At the end of the day, does she have the right to talk? Yeah. Does she have the right to be upset at the end of the loss? Yeah. But you can't be mad at everybody because they coming at you because you didn't set yourself in this position. Correct. Am I wrong in my thoughts, sir?
Not at all. She kind of dug her own grave. It's so much to say. You lost. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? In order to give pain, you got to be able to take pain. You know what I'm saying? And all that crying and all that, you still lost to her. Regardless, you could have cried the whole thing. And then all y'all talking about, oh, y'all don't know Angel Reese. And Angel Reese is the reason I got that dog in me. Okay, you by yourself next year and the other girl transfers. So what are you talking about? Make that make sense.
That's right. And Coach Mulkey might turn around and retire after that.
Right. She might leave.
She's not retired. Right. She's going to sue the company. She's going to sue the news people.
Right.
When they trying to make a hit piece on her.
Right.
They can't make a hit piece on it if you ain't did the things that they writing about. That you can't lie in a newspaper. as a real journalist, because the reputation of the newspaper is not gonna lie. This is not the National Enquirer. This was a reputable newspaper.
Yeah.
So LSU right now, I would say they're in turmoil, but they're at a crossroads as to where they're gonna move forward, where they're gonna go in the future with that program and the players coming in that direction. Honestly, I would have liked to see it come back here. If that's the case, come on back. I follow you on IG. I follow you on Facebook. You on there. You making your money. Come on back another year and try and take down whoever the champion is. Come on back. Why not? But hey, that's how it is. That's life. All right. As we move towards the end to the close here, our next show is on April 13th, 2024. We will have a champion in the men's and women bracket. I didn't quite have all of the predictions with me as I did the show copy, but right now we're going to do our quick predictions for next week. I already said Iowa. I got Iowa Sunday. I'm going to go with Iowa. Go easy. You go first, and we're going to keep it like we always do. What you got? You said
man, by 20, 79-59.
All right. I'm going to go with Iowa. I'm going to go 85-79. 85-79. Purdue, NC State. Who you got, sir?
I got Purdue 61-57.
All right. I like Purdue as well. I think it's going to be pretty close. I'm going to say this is going to be a back and forth contest. I think it's going to be kind of high scoring. So I'm going to go 80-81 Purdue. How you like that UConn, Alabama?
89-73.
UConn been tough. They've been putting the smack down on everybody. It ain't been close. None of the games have been close. I don't see that changing right here. Alabama's a scrappy team, but I don't see unless somebody get hurt or somebody get food poisoning. A couple somebody's get food poisoning on UConn. I like UConn 93-66. It won't be pretty at all. It won't be pretty at all. So that leaves Purdue and UConn on Monday night to cut down the nets. Let's see if that happens. We definitely gonna put the poll up to see who's gonna win, and I'm gonna put my prediction in there for Monday after the game. At the games on Saturday. On Saturday, I'll have a poll up Sunday, ready for Monday. Right now, the brackets, the leaders for the men: Don Wood, Ryan Peebles, and Edward Hughes. For the ladies, we got Lance, Ryan, and James in the lead. And so I don't know what I was thinking for the guys. I put Houston. I could have swore I thought I had UConn up there. Maybe that's in my alternate bracket. But I thought I'd pick them. But UConn probably going to cut them nets down. That's my prediction. But we never know. Purdue just might, because like I've been saying, they're a little bit more focused than what they were last year. You can just tell the difference. All right, young man, as we go on down the stretch, we want to make sure you in terms of the viewers, check out Love and Stuff, the Flagship Show on Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Central. For Mr. Marcus Holmes, we have the Reverend Good Dr. Valencia Edner with Dr. V on Wednesdays. Her times kind of vary a little bit, but somewhere right around the noon time, you can catch her on YouTube. And you got the Love and Scriptures, Love and Music, Love and History with the good brother, Reverend Brother Williams, Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern as well. So come on, give everybody a shout out as they do the thing, and all in the Love and Stuff diaspora. Thank you again, sir, for working with me. Another great show. We will be back next week, everybody, and be safe and enjoy those games. And as always, we really appreciate you. Have a good one, everybody.